2024. And up next is the Caps Offensive Player of the Year. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Caps and the Broncos, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has come to East Asia in the bustling metropolis that is Tokyo, Japan. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Caps of Tokyo. Along with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin here, and partner, let's examine this Tokyo ball club as they enter play.
The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in a perfect 10-0.
And it's not just that they're winning, it's how they're winning. All phases of the game coming together for this team.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos,
even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new,
the NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his fourth season in the NFL.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
The numbers for Kelly a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on two separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're sixes.
He's got a man, complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! A big play there. His sixth touchdown of the season. And the Caps need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after him early.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Weber. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And taken at the 46. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll give up the middle to Kelly. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1.
Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Baron Browning gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 2nd down, Way. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
When you look at this Bronco defense,
they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll look to throw here. His pass caught at the 4. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
They run up the gut with Kelly. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown! From 3 yards out.
And the Cavs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Weber. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Weber.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Looking to throw. Weber.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And the slot man goes in motion left. A give. This is Kelly. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a dump off here complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown! From 8 yards out.
And the Caps take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
21-0 our score after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Operating from the gun, Weber. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Huge play there for Denver. 45 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He doesn't give many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number is going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking that a lot of times their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
The sack goes to Chris Barnes.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 59 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the 1st half. And here's another play for big yardage.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Way. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route, He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Denver's offense ready to go again. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Weber. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, second down.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Finds Dulcich out left side.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down, Broncos.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys?
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 22.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 2nd and 15. Complete to Kelly. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as as the first half is winding down.
And the Caps will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before break. Weber. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Drake London, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle, and they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. DK Metcalf, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Jordan Love leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Weber.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 14. First down, Denver.
On first down, Weber.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Weber. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. To throw on third down, Weber. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
At the 26-yard line.
Kelly tries the right side, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch signal for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Weber going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Weber.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Weber.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Throwing on first down.
Weber. Throw right side is going to be caught by Jeudy.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Weber.
Right back to Jeudy, and it's complete.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Weber. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing again. Weber. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Weber. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer 3rd, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Newton. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Brewer. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They run the option here on first and 10.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
On the play. Second and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
All right, let's give them a little bit of applause here. Good for them because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the scoreboard of the ride home easier, but one good moment to watch in film next week.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a first and goal.
He'll look to throw. And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Running right with Kelly. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Caps are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
Throwing to start the drive. Weber. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hang on here, because following that play, it looks like Amari Cooper is in some distress. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
To the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Weber. And a quick throw here that's complete. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
Looking to throw. Weber. Over the middle, it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Weber. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15. Under pressure, they got him again. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
66 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Still on his feet. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Caps add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Weber. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Weber. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Off the play fake.
Weber. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 5.
They'll hand it off to Kelly. There he goes, right side. Pushing his way through. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On 1st and 10, Weber.
This one swung out to Williams.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. Weber finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Here is 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd
Looking to throw. Weaver.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. A give left side. Kelly fighting through. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
197 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
They'll go again with Kelly. 16 yards, a first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
So the record safely in his pocket. Now it's a question of how high can he go? He's just become the first ever, Charles, to score 30 times in a single season.
Well, let's certainly savor this moment. The first time ever, as you just noted, that someone has hit 30. What a ride this has been.
Now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Set to take over. The Broncos offense trots back out. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
And that will write a finish to this ball game.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for Tokyo,
the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles